Welcome, good evening. Let's start today with the part 2 of lesson 2, Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Now this summary was already provided to you, so still you could go through it. It in short tells you about the two great maestros, that is masters, and about their lives, that is Evelyn and Bismillah Khan. Now, Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of a musical instrument called pungi in his royal residence because it had a very shrill, unpleasant sound. So Emperor Aurangzeb stopped the playing of this pungi in his royal residence or in his kingdom because pungi had a very unpleasant sound. Nobody would love to listen to it. Pungi became the generic name for these reeded noisemakers. Now generic name, that is relating to a particular group of things. Reeded noisemakers, that is you can say some semi-cylindrical instrument, and over here it is the semi-cylindrical instrument is pungi. So pungi became the generic name for these noisemakers. Few had thought that it would one day be revived, that is bring back to life, that is one day it will come back in a new form. And a barber of a family of professional musicians who had access, that is entry, to this royal palace decided to improve the tonal quality of pungi, that is make it a bit pleasant. He chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem, means he picked up a narrow pipe a bit longer and broader than pungi and made 7 holes on the top of this pipe. Now when he played on it, closing and opening some of the holes with his fingers, very soft and melodious sounds started coming out of it. People were impressed. He played the instrument before the king and everyone was highly impressed. Instruments so different from pungi had to be given a new name, and as the story moves ahead, since it was first played in Shah's chambers and was played by a nai, that is a barber, that is hajam, the instrument was given the name Shehnai. You could see the pics of it over here, pungi and Shehnai. Now the sound of Shehnai began to be considered very prosperous, that is auspicious. People started loving it, and for this reason even today it is played in temples, and it is absolutely necessary part, that is indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. In the past, Shehnai was part of the Naubat or traditional ensemble. Traditional ensemble means you can say a group of instruments viewed as a whole rather than individually. So here Shehnai became a part of that group of instruments. Now how many instruments there were? 9, which were found at royal court, and Shehnai was one of it. Till today it was used only in temples and weddings. But the credit to bring this instrument on the classical stage goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. At the age of 5, Bismillah Khan used to play gilli danda near a pond in the ancient estate of Dumrao, that is place in Bihar. He would regularly go to the nearby Bihariji temple to sing the Bhojpuri Chaitya, that is classical form of Indian music, and at the end of which he would get a big prize by the local Maharaja, and this prize would be a big laddu weighing 1.25 kg. And this happened 80 years ago, and the little boy has travelled far to earn the highest civilian award in India, the Bharat Ratna. Travelled far to earn means this boy had worked hard, lots of determination, and these two together made it possible for him to earn Bharat Ratna. And born on 21st March 1916, Bismillah belongs to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. His grandfather Rasul Bakhsh Khan was Shehnai Nawaz of the Bhojpur King's Court. That is, his grandfather used to play Shehnai at the King's Court. His father Paigambar Baksh and other paternal ancestors, that is father's side, were also great Shehnai Vadak, that is Shehnai players. This young boy took to music early in life. Let's see how. Father's side already was connected to music very deeply. Now, at the age of 3, when his mother took him to his mama's house, that is called maternal uncle's house. Maternal means mother's side. Now he went to his maternal uncle's house in Benares, now Varanasi. Bismillah was attracted, watching his uncles practice Shehnai. Soon Bismillah also started accompanying his uncle, that is going along with him, to Vishnu temple. Now what was the name of his uncle? That is Ali Baksh. And they used to go to Vishnu temple of Benares, where Baksh was employed to play the Shehnai. Ali Baksh would play the Shehnai and Bismillah would sit captivated, that is captured or attracted for hours together. Slowly he started getting lessons in playing this instrument called Shehnai, and he would sit practicing throughout the day. For years to come, the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maiya and the banks of Ganga became this young apprentice's favorite haunts, that is favorite place. You could say actually haunt means it became an obsession. And this was his favorite place, these 3 places. Apprentice means a person who is learning some skill from a skilled person. So for years, these 3 places became his favorite place where he could practice alone, that is in solitude. The flowing waters of Ganga river motivated him, that is inspired him to improvise, that is create and perform spontaneously and invent new rags that were earlier considered to be beyond the range of Shehnai. That is, earlier people would say that Shehnai se ye rag nahi aa sakte, but he made it possible. He invented such rags that became possible with Shehnai. Now, it so happened that at the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to Allahabad Music Conference. And at the end of this recital, Ustad Faiz Khan patted the young boy's back. Patted means to touch gently with the flat of the hand, that is with the palm. And this Faiz Khan, that is Ustad Faiz Khan said, work hard and you shall make it. That is, you will become successful. With the opening of the All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 came Bismillah's big break. That is, his first break that he got was through All India Radio in Lucknow. He soon became an often heard Shehnai player on radio. That is, people would love to listen to him. When India got independence on 15th August 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai. He was the first Indian to play Shehnai for greeting the country. He poured his heart, that is 100% he gave his hard work over here. So he poured his heart out into Rag Cafe, from the Red Fort to an audience which included Mahatma Gandhi and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech. So this was the name given to the speech. And Bismillah Khan has given many memorable means worth remembering. People would always remember such performances both in India and in the whole world. His first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, where King Zahir Shah was so taken in, that is attracted by the master, that he gifted him very costly, that is priceless Persian carpets and other souvenirs. Souvenirs means a thing that is kept as a reminder of a person, place or event. The king of Afghanistan was not the only one to be attracted with Bismillah's music. Film director Vijay Bhatt was highly impressed after hearing Bismillah play at a festival that he named a film after this instrument called Goonj Uthi Shehnai. So, apart from great people, one more person also was attracted by his music, and that was famous film director Vijay Bhatt, and he gave the name to his film Goonj Uthi Shehnai. The film was a hit, and one of Bismillah Khan composition Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya turned out to be nationwide chartbuster. That is awesome, you can say over here, super duper hit. In spite of this huge success in this filmy world, that is celluloid world, Bismillah Khan's ventures in film music, that is venture means when you take a daring risk or a journey or you undertake something very daring in your life. So Bismillah Khan's ventures in film music were limited to only 2 movies. One was Vijay Bhatt's Goonj Uthi Shehnai, he played for this movie, and Vikram Srinivas' Kannada venture Sanadhi Appana. I just can't come to terms, means I can't accept all this filmy world with the artificiality and the glamour of the film world, he says with emphasis, that is with more importance given to his words, that I couldn't agree to this filmy world. I don't like the glamour and all. And awards and name came thick and fast, that is very speedily. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in United States of America. He also took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in the Cannes Art Festival, very famous even today, and in the Osaka Trade Fair he was welcomed. So well known did he become, that is he became famous internationally, that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him, that is he became so famous in the world that in Tehran an auditorium was given a name after him, that is Tehar Mausiqui Ustad Bismillah Khan. National awards like Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan were, you can say, conferred on him. He was honored, he was respected by these awards. And in 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, and that is the Bharat Ratna. With the coveted award that is greatly desired, people would love to have this award. Very few people are lucky, you can say, to have this award. So it is called coveted award. So with this coveted award resting on his chest and his eyes gleaming with rare happiness, glinting means shining, he said, all I would like to say is, teach your children music, and this is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our Indian classical music. In spite of having travelled all over the world, Khan Sahib, as he is lovingly called, is exceedingly, that is very greatly fond of Benares and Dumrao. If you remember Dumrao place we did in the beginning, he used to go and play Gilli Danda near the pond at Dumrao. So he was fond of these 2 places, and they remain for him the most wonderful towns of the world. A student of his once wanted him to head a Shehnai school in US, and the student promised to recreate, that is to replica, that is make same to same, create it, the atmosphere of Benares by replicating the temples there. That is same Benares temples he would try to build over in US. That is what the student told him. But Khan Sahib asked him if he would be able to transport river Ganga to US as well. Later he is remembered by the world to have said that is why whenever I am in a foreign country, I keep yearning, that is, I keep on awaiting for to see my Hindustan. While in Mumbai, I think of only Banaras and Holy Ganga, and while I am in Banaras, I miss the unique Matta of Dumrao. So he would love these two places, that is Banaras and Dumrao. And the last part, Ustad Bismillah Khan's life is a perfect example of the rich cultural heritage of India. One that is effortlessly, that is without any effort, accepts that a devout Muslim, devout means having deep religious feeling. So he effortlessly accepts that a devout Muslim like him can very naturally play the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. Thank you so much. And your worksheet will follow soon by today night. So keep a watch on the WhatsApp. Thank you very much.